going to hear from Susan Gapka, of Tenants for Social Housing. Susan?
Hey. Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
So I was going to start off with bringing my tent here and making a pitch in it for a night, but I thought I'd go with this. We're Tenants for Social Housing,
and we are not for sale.
We are not for sale. There's a message that's been developed. I'm going to talk a little bit about the timeline. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things we're doing, like being at forums and having the opportunity to present, so thank you for being here. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about next steps. But I'm simply the messenger for a really strong message: we're not for sale. We're not for sale. There are some members of Tenants for Social Housing in the room. If you'd like to put your hand up or stand so you can be acknowledged, I'd like to start off with that. There's Kevin up there. Pesha, and in the back, Savannah, and over here. So we've all been working simply to delivering a message that we've all worked on together to bring forward. You know, yesterday it was Renee, or was it 2 days ago? And Saturday it'll be me, and it'll be someone else the next day. We've been getting a lot of opportunities. I better do a time check, not a mic check. 25 after. So we are tenants. We're not staff. Toronto Community Housing tenants. We're volunteers. We work sometimes night and day to bring this message forward. We feel it's important that everyone have a decent home. And some of us, it started in February. It was an audit at Toronto Community Housing. We got a new mayor. Have you ever heard of this new guy, Rob Ford? He came in a little bit more than a year ago. Some of us think it's time to move on, but we'll work. That'll be part of the next steps piece. And there was an audit shortly after he became mayor in January, February that came forward, and it talked about misspending. And that was really seen as an opportunity for this administration and they publicly removed the board of Toronto Community Housing. Some of us had done some work to save our structures. We had lobbied for like over $300 million in capital repair funding, so we had some experience. We worked with we had some political experience and organizing experience, so we said, well, we can't let this happen to us. We started meeting, what's the name of the Scatting Park? We had a meeting, Lawrence Heights. Remember those first couple of meetings? And they were hectic because there was all sorts of people there. And then in March, the board was fired and replaced with a one-man board. And that was Case Oates. And then in April 2011, Case Oates, at one meeting, moved and seconded, and then all in favor voted to sell off 22 homes. We didn't think that was a good idea. Because actually they had started out when the mayor said he was bringing confidence back to Toronto Community Housing. The best way to bring off confidence was to bring in a new board. Don't worry, nothing's for sale. And I think, Beth, you were talking a little bit, previous speaker talked about, the stages of, there were no service cuts, and there were minor service cuts, and there were no major service cuts. And so we've seen a real progression around the privatization and sell-off of everything public, everything not even, I was going to say everything that's not nailed down, but they're even selling off stuff that is nailed down, as we can see. So, can you get where I'm going with on this flavor here? So, just looking at the time. So there was the sale of 22 homes. Then there was a media event in my building, the women's building, and I wish I would have brought my notice, but I brought to the board, selling off over 900 more homes. And Case Oates made a recommendation to the board. And we had that, and then there was a new board appointed, and then City Hall. So what happens is Toronto Community Housing will make a recommendation and they'll discuss it. And so lots of tenants went, and we told them we were. tenants for social housing, and we are not for sale. And darn it, they just sold them off anyways. They voted to sell them off. So then it goes to city executive, and then it goes to city council, and now those 22 homes are waiting for provincial approval. Not all of them have to go through provincial approval, and I don't understand all the dynamics of that, and I think there's a couple people on the panel who may know a little bit more about that. But anyways, that actually, there was a new board, I think was it September, October? We had a meeting, it went for 5 hours. We did elect 2 tenant reps to the board, and everyone else on the board. The 2 people who voted against the sale off of 706 homes were 2 tenant reps, and the rest of the 4 appointed, and I don't think I can say it any other way, but the appointed people who voted in favor of the sale. And there was like over 50 deputations. And Joey, you were there, and there was some maybe you could talk a little bit about some of the recommendations that came forward. Not one of these deputations or people said, what a great idea. And my favorite to sell off my home. And one of my favorite quotes from that was where one of the deputies said, I voted for Mr. Ford to find the gravy, not to sell the home out from under my feet. And so, and TCC didn't even have the decency to contact the tenants impacted. And what we did in a marathon session of our own was we delivered notices to their homes and let them know that their homes would be up for sale. So here we are. We're waiting for it to go to city executive, and it's on January 24th. We have posters. Let's see what else we got. We got a timer. We have buttons. What does it say? We are not for sale. I've actually got a member at City Council on executive. I'm delivering a batch of buttons to them. I don't know if this is a ruse or not, but I'm trying to get this one city councilor to sort of try to educate them. There's a lot of new city councilors and some people are just going with the way the mayor's administration is, trying to be part of the group. And we really feel it's our mission to educate people, the public, the media, and these new rookie councilors, so to speak. And now we have a bunch of rookie MPs to educate after the October 6th election to just how important social housing is. The reports that come forward are bricks and mortar, and we are more than bricks and mortar. These are our homes, these are our neighborhood, these are our lives. And that really needs to be impressed upon them. We have a mental health strategy at the Toronto Community Housing, and none of that is in these sell-off reports, right? It's just about land values and bottom lines. We have petitions. I think that's been going around. And so I think Heather was bringing it around. So we have petitions to sign. So what are a few things you can do to help us out? First of all, go to our website, tenantsforsocialhousing.com. I think there's handouts at the back, and if not, we'll make sure you get one. We have a website. That's our website. Our email, socialhousingtenants@gmail.com. We have a Facebook group. Call your city councilor. Tell them, write them an email, phone your city councilor. Tell them we support tenants for social housing and we are not for sale. Don't sell even a nail or a carpet. Don't sell anything, because this is really no non-negotiating game. This we just tell them there and the administration are not for sale. Now we have a new, some of you will have members of provincial parliament. Please contact a member of provincial parliament and tell them not to approve of the sale of any social housing that comes from the city of Toronto. And send a note, an email or a note. I think you'll find some of the contact stuff on our website to the Minister of Housing and a couple of other adjectives. Housing Municipal Affairs.
That's the Kathleen Wynne.
Thank you, Kathleen Wynne, who just lives nearby. Tom, put your name on the deputy list and come with us and speak out at a city executive or against the sale of the 706 homes. 1,000, more than 1,000 tenants. Sometimes tenants have been 30, 40 years in their homes, raised their family. We have one person who's a veteran, a World War II veteran, who's lived there for 45 years. He says, I'm not going anywhere. Help us tell city executive on January 24th that we are tenants for social housing and we are not for sale.